Hi guys, and welcome to All About Food. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and welcome to all our new subscribers. We hope you like our videos, and please feel free to leave your comments. And welcome to my kitchen. I'm Natasha, and today I'm going to make a sausage roll, but I'm going to make a little bit of a different sausage roll. I'm going to try something different. So this is the first time I'm making this my way, with a little bit of a twist. Let me just show you what we have. First, I have some puff pastry. It's store-bought. If you want to make your own, you're welcome to use your own as well. I have some egg for my egg wash for my pies after I'm done. I've got some cheese. I've got some mash which I've already made beforehand, and I've let it cool down a bit just with your spices and some parsley for color. And then of course I have some sausage, and I have some flour to dust because I'm going to roll out my puff pastry. So let's start. First I just want to dust it a little bit so that my pastry doesn't stick. We're just going to make some pies, but I'm going to make it a little bit different. I'm going to add some mash and cheese as well, because I just want to experiment a little bit, and sometimes you want to maybe just try something new, try something extra and just add it. That's also fun. It's always nice to try and see what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit on my roller as well, because I don't want this to stick to anything. I'm not going to roll it out too much. As you can hear, my oven is ready because I'm going to bake my pies at 180 degrees for maybe 45 minutes. It depends on your stove. I like to make my pies to let it go a bit longer because I like it to have a little bit of a crust as well. Today it's a bit cooler in South Africa because we have winter. But luckily it's also a bit hot outside, so it's not that cold today. It looks like our cold front has passed, but the only thing that's still going around is the coronavirus, and we just want to say that we are actually keeping it going, and we try to keep strong. And we just want to say to all our followers and subscribers, good luck and Godspeed, and we just have to believe and have some faith, hey? And we will get through this as well. Okay, so now I just want to roll it out a bit more, just to make sure I can get enough pies. If you don't have a lot of space, that's also fine. Just move some of your stuff. Just move it out of the way. Okay, and I just want to turn it around again. I just like to flip my pies, my dough, and just make sure that I have everything covered and everything is nicely spread out. Because remember, this is puff pastry, so it is going to puff up a little bit. And that's also fun. Okay, so when you're happy with your dough and you think it's rolled out perfectly, then you can start with your first pie. If you have leftover, that's also fine. You can just cut it up and use it another day, or put it in the freezer and maybe put it on a piece of bread for lunch. So don't worry if you have sausage left. Like I said, you can always use it in some other way. Okay, so now firstly, I want to make sure I want to cut it. So let's do this. Just want to cut it into equal parts, just like this. Okay, so now I just want to turn my dough a bit. So the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to switch all these ones that I've already cut. Just going to put it on top of each other over there. Sprinkle just a little bit more flour. And then this guy is going to go over here. Okay, so now we have our first one. And if you want to, you can just give this just a little bit of a roll again. Just like that. Not too much. Okay, so now firstly, I want to take a little bit of mash. Just in the middle. I want to put it into the middle. Just want to show you this nicely. There. Okay, so now you can also see what I'm doing here. You can use your hands, that's also fine. Your mash has to be cooled down a bit because we don't want to let the dough melt because it's got butter in, so we don't want that to melt before you get your pies into the oven. Okay, so just put your stuff anyway. Okay, so now I just want to take a little bit of my cheese and put it on top, because when I cut my pie I want to see a little bit of cheesiness. Okay, so now with my hand I'm going to take a piece of my sausage, and now I'm just stretching it a bit. I'm taking a little bit of my egg wash because I just want to put a little bit on the inside, because I want this to be like a little bit of a glue. It's a bit messy to do this, but I think the end result is going to be nice. I've done my own sausage rolls before, but I've never added mash and cheese. So today I just thought, hey, why not try something new and experiment a little bit. Okay, so now you can push everything together. Remember, that's why we want our mash and everything to be nice and cooled down. The sausage also. And then I'm just going to turn it one more time. And just nicely push everything together. You don't want any of this going anywhere. So now it's done. The first one is done. I'm just going to put it into my baking tray. Just put it in nicely. Just like this. Don't want anything coming out. We just close it up a bit. Okay, and then we can go to the next one. The next one is a bit more, it's a bit smaller, but that's fine. You always have a big part of sausage and a small part of sausage, so that's fine. You can just roll it out and make it a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. And now you just repeat your process. Just get everything in there. Just like this. If you have a big family, you can just make more mash. It depends on how many pies you want to make. In my family, we are just 3. So leftovers is going to be for lunch. Okay, just like that, and you put it aside again, and you get your sausage, stick it on there, make sure everything comes together nicely. And this one I'm going to put my cheese over the top. So you can do this as you like. You can, there's no particular order, there's no particular way you have to do this. Just taking my egg wash all around the corners. This is actually like a piece of art, if you think about it. actually just like art. And if you like art, then you would love to make stuff like this. Me, I'm not very arty, but I like to experiment in the kitchen with a lot of different kinds of dishes. And I wanted to try something new with my sausages. So once again, you just push everything together. You can close it if you want to. And there you go. It looks so cute. You've got like it's like a little package with everything that's nice. And you put that one in there. Like I said, you can make it any way you like. You can do it with a little bit of a pattern, or you can just keep it normal. And you just go on, and I'll show you now what it looks like after I've egg washed it. So stay tuned. Our pies are actually looking very, very nice. So the only thing left now to do is to take the rest of our egg wash, and we're just going to make it look nice, because we want this to just be a little bit brown and have some color. So you can just egg wash it, make sure all the corners are covered, because like I always say, something that looks appetizing is really gonna taste well, as you know, it's also gonna taste well, also gonna taste appetizing. So, and the egg wash just helps your pies to brown a little bit. Okay, so after you've done this, you can put it into your oven, like I said, for maybe 45 minutes or so, until you can see your crust is golden brown. Because remember, your sausage is already cooked. You fried it beforehand, so it's not necessary for that to cook. And your mash is also ready, so you just actually want your puff pastry to do the trick, to combine everything. So as soon as this is nice and golden brown, you can take it out of the oven. So let's say not more than 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes, or 25 minutes. It also depends on your stove. I'm gonna check it after maybe 25 minutes, and if it's ready, I can take it out. So you can just keep an eye on it and see what it looks like when it comes out. As you can see, they're out of the oven, and I'm going to plate it up with some nice gravy. Okay, so it looks nice and golden brown. I'm going to cut it down and show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to plate it up. So let's see what these puppies look like on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to get one now. Let's take this big one. Remember, it's still a bit hot, so just be careful that you don't burn yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this open. Oh, just listen to the crackle. That's what you want. And just look at that. Beautiful. You've got your mash and some cheese, and you have a beautiful looking pie. Then you just plate it up, and you're ready to serve. Enjoy, guys.